The art becomes a place of refuge when the world is faced with adversity. But what about the men and women behind these art forms? Where do they go when faced with adversity? My name is Mpumalanga Thuthukile and welcome to Stories Untold. I am back again this week to deliver your much needed dose of positive and uplifting news. Today we go behind the scenes to reveal the plight of South African artists due to COVID-19. We follow the story of our own video journalist Herbert Memela, who is giving aid to South African artists through his initiative. Let's have a look.
Herbert Memela is a video journalist who has traveled and covered some tragic world disasters. His experience behind the lens has not only skilled him more on his job, but also has taught him compassion, care, and some consideration for others. With everyone being affected by this world pandemic, South African artists are no exception. Most production houses are on a halt, and there is no means of survival for our beloved entertainers. Herbert saw a gap and immediately soothed it.
This so-called initiative started with one SMS. It was a WhatsApp message that I sent to a group, a showbiz group, saying if there's anyone who needs assistance, they can contact me. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. The message started spreading to freelancers, musicians, all the artists, crew, studio crew, like it started spreading around the industry, broadcast, TV, film, and everyone. So I looked at the amount of messages, then I realized how the struggle was. Then I started asking for more help from people. This project started small. It didn't start as a project anyway. I was trying to assist those in need around this time of COVID-19, especially lockdown. Because when you think about it, most freelancers can't go out to hustle. They can't make any living. Even those who were working before, you can imagine. For an example, we have people from sport. Let me just say sport channels. Those people haven't been getting paid for almost 3 months now. So you can imagine the strain or the pressure they have. Others have families and they have no income, totally no income. So I thought, as someone who has freelanced before, let me see what I can do from my pocket.
From just trying to calm what he thought was a small wave to realizing that it's a storm.
When I started, it was 2.5 kg. You would have your rice, your maize meal, your basic like tea, sugar, milk, bread, your margarine. It had almost everything you'd need for maybe it would last you for 2 weeks. And then gift of the givers came on board. And then we had things like your 10 kg, it got bigger. Your 10 kg rice, maize meal, it's almost the same thing, but then it came at a bigger scale.
The compassion he learned and desperation he saw from fellow television and radio broadcast colleagues who were now without jobs due to being freelancers, no work, no pay, prompted Herbert to seek for more help.
When the message was spreading, some of the people maybe who received the message were like, hey, we saw you doing something like this, can we also donate? How can we assist you? And then you had some people from the industry popping out some money. We had donations like 1,000 rand. Because for me, what I did when I started, each pack would cost me about 250. So we'd try to put everything in that 250. It would be bread, all the basics in 250. Then if you have donated 1,500, then we'll get more parcels. With 1,000 rand, you get 4 parcels. Which made a huge difference.
Herbert started using his contact to manage the needs.
It's not like I have a foundation or anything, but I'm doing this because I've worked with people like Gift of the Givers, South African Rescue, in other disasters where you go out of the country, you help people there, and you realize, when it hits next to you, then you realize that other people are suffering. And then I took my experience from those countries like Somalia or Nepal and everything, where we were taking aid to, and then I brought it home. And then I said, let me practice what I've learned from outside.
One artist that came across Herbert's blessings is Thembalethu Zungu.
uHerbert ngihlangane naye ku WhatsApp, so sayenza ile nto wangitshela ukuthi provide ama food parcels. So nami I was so interested because vele I don't have money, I don't have income. So ngahlangana naye ke waza wanceda kakhulu ngoba unginikeze ama food parcels esikhathini esinzima sale corona, ngingenakudla ngingenalutho. Ungincedile kakhulu ngoba nginabantwana ngapha, yonke into yami ivalelekile, angikhona ukumove, angikhona ukwenzani. Siphila ngasho since wazi kule corona akufanele ube nabantu usondele bantwini, and thina most of the time kuba ama shows yabona. So canceleke nezinto eziningi nje ezikhanselekile nase town ngoba sacula nase town kuma night club, so we can't izinto eziningi nje njoba beqala nje futhi ku 2020 nje hayi simoshakalele thina.
Being a live performing artist, she solely survived on performing across the continent.
Oh, thina si travel a lot, ne? And most of the time si travel ngaphandle kuma countries angaphandle, ama countries anjengo Botswana, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Swaziland. So umculo wethu uthanda kakhulu ngaphandle because sicula idisco, and then abantu bawujabulela kakhulu umculo wethu lapho ngaphandle.
One big international trip that she was looking forward to was also cancelled without any compensation due to COVID-19.
Yo, me say ama trips a lot. Like befanele se Botswana, befanele se Namibia, befanele se UK ngo February azange siye, befanele se futhi eZimbabwe. So wonke lama show acanceliwe.
Thembile expressed her joy as she acknowledges the food parcels from Herbert as definitely, she says, they'll go a long way.
Big up to Herbert, big up, oh my brother, big up. Kuye bengasiwe nje angazi bezingabe siyini yabona manje, at least uyazamela ngoba manje siyathatha nokubheka negovernment ayikhulumi ngathi nasema museum abakhulumi ngama artists ukuthi ama artists since kunale lockdown kwenzakalani ngathi.
After the break, we get to hear from some of the artists the challenges that they have been going through due to this pandemic. Stick around, Stories Untold will be back shortly.
In our own backyards, at least 12 people are reported to have died at the hands of the police and army troops. We are deeply concerned that the plight of our sisters and brothers is going unnoticed.
We'll do everything to comply with what the court had directed us to do, to make sure that the police and the soldiers comply with the Bill of Rights of the people of South Africa.
We have never called the police to be brutal and get outside the law, but at the same time, we shall not call the police to be sacrificial lambs.
The fourth industrial revolution is here, and we should not waste time.
Governments are putting countries on lockdown to curb the spread of COVID-19. Local tech innovators are also doing their bit to help. Like this tap that you don't have to touch to turn on.
Our system, as soon as the foot force is off, it shuts closed totally.
Tech plays an important role again in how we keep ourselves informed.
We are getting on social media maybe for 5 hours.
And there's tech again for us to entertain ourselves as we are locked up in the house.
Instagram, Facebook. During this period, people will be focusing on workouts.
That's Network with me, Mpumalanga Thuthukile, every Sunday at 8:30 p.m.
Welcome back. Right now we sit down with Ayanda Mangele as well as Becky Sibia just to find out how they are keeping their heads above water. Let's have a look.
Herbert Memela's small project to help his friends within the industry grew bigger than a bulk of his food parcels.
My second batch of deliveries, it was bigger packs. I got donations from Gift of the Givers and Imbuma Foundation. So those donated like 10 kg or meal, 10 kg or sugar, your rice, everything that you need and like in a family. So it's going a long way for many people. The schools are closed. You have kids in the house. They don't care about your meal. But if you have your small chips, just to say have 1 pack a day, it will go a long way because it's about 24 in a pack. So that's like 24 days. Not bad. So until you get the next assistance, because we don't know how they're going to get the next assistance from, since the minister is not covering the freelancers. But we hope people like the foundations, the NGOs will come on board and assist, especially the freelancers, because now it seems like they're the ones who are left outside.
More people WhatsApped asking for food. One of Herbert's beneficiaries saw posts that Herbert was getting busy. Ayanda Mangele offered with his manpower. He took us back to where his story started when he came to Johannesburg pursuing for his dream of becoming a director of photography. And this is where it all started for him.
Well, it started 19 years ago. I started broadcasting in television adverts, and then I got gigs freelancing. That's where it all started. I've got gigs freelancing as a cameraman, and then and years went by, and then to DPing and since the lockdown, it's been tough. It's been tough finding work. I came here when I think the 28th of February. Nah. And then we were to do a 13 episode documentary, and then two weeks in, we had to stop shooting because the corona came up and all of that, you know. And there hasn't been cash coming in, actually, because as freelance you get paid as you work. And then actually called in a friend of mine who Herbert Memela, and then I've been a nuisance to him for quite some time now. He knows that. I'm like, yeah, can you help me with this? He was like, hey, man, it's tough for everyone. It's tough for everyone. And then there's a thing he started as well. So he told me that things are tough for everyone, my man, and all of that. And then I gave him a call a week later. He said, wait, I'll give you a ring. I'm trying something out here. And then he called and came up here and like, I'm outside. Okay, what's the location? I'm coming to pick you up. I'm like, okay, cool. And then went with him to his house, and then from there I was surprised the following day he came back with a model full of ukudla. And then he told me that now, hey, my man, you're not the only one. You're not the only person struggling. So what I've decided was to, out of my own pocket, buy food for like 30 freelance people. I was like, oh yeah. So I helped him out distributing the thinging. We're doing hire door to door. And then a week later as well, he said, yeah, certain people decided to come in. Coca-Cola came in to help him out, and what is this? Give up the givers as well. So they gave him like 100 food parcels. So from there, to make things easier, he decided to like, okay, cool, because he's using the whole WhatsApp thingy, and then he picked up the spots where people can come in and get their parcels.
He says keeping your head above water is the only way to survive.
I would say that yonke into iyadlula, let's just hang in there, you know. Hopefully something will come up that will help us go through this whole pandemic, you know. And then as for people that are already helping out, like Abu Herbert, who has nothing as well, I just wish more people, business people can, you know, because if someone like Abu Herbert can help out, you know, just a normal person, and how about I'm a business people, just help out those wherever they can, you know.
Bheki Sibiya, better known for his seasoned character on Mubango as Bheki Swatobe, has been focusing on his production company, which mostly produces Kasi stories. He also says he has no answers for his talent.
Probably the company, the company we are together to move forward. The company bokuphilisana esishweni esijwayelekile sithi umuntu ngabantu unguwe ngoba ngiyimsi yayibona into efana naleyo azange ibheke ngendlela kakhulu yokuba menza kangakanani ngayo kodwa yaba ukuthi sikhulisana kangakanani ngayo ngangithanda ukusho lesisho ngenhliziyo nakabanye ngeze ngiphimisene ngomlomo ukuthi i-payback lokho experience awasobabili nawe kube kwakho create your own sobabili to move forward ngoba umuntu ngabantu.
But he stays optimistic that with every storm there's sunshine and with every rain there's definitely a rainbow.
Kuma WhatsApp amangibhala ngivala ukubhala ukuthi keep your head above the water. Yabona makuthiwa uvela ikhanda kangaka so that you breathe. This shall pass. You know, no matter how where you are in the ocean, but you will meet the shore. We need just to pedal until we turn this milk into a cream so that all of us swim out. But the lesson I've learned with this, really, that's very, very important. Because if the world stops, so it's very, very important. And when it comes to stories, it's our responsibility again to educate, channel, and make sure with all these people when they come back, they've got point of reference to the stories we're going to be telling so that they are aware more and they are better and they are more prepared than we are now. Asike sifundeni ukuba abantu abathandanayo. Asike sifundeni ukwazi ukuthi uyithuna lami ngiyithuna lakho. Inhlebathi yafana. Angeke sizondane kakhulu emhlabeni sithandane ngale kwenhlabathi. Angeke mntanami nami nguNkulunkulu. Angeke nganamukela uthandani lazi. Inje ebala ngiyafisa isithole isibusiso sothando. Ngoba ikhathi efana lezi ilanga bekhona sithandana khona siyabukisa ukubambisana kwethu.
After assisting freelancers, I just feel good. But my only wish, every time I get a message, someone saying thank you, may God bless you, my response is, I would see that I'm blessed if you can help the next person when you get back on your feet. Because we really need each other. Not only now, but as people in general. If we can learn to look like after each other, then we'll have a better country. We'll be a better society.
Stories Untold chooses to celebrate people like Herbert, Thembile, Ayanda, and Peggy because they remind us as to why we are strong as a nation. They will one day sing about this, play characters about this time, and even write movies about this pandemic, turning the rain into a rainbow.
Big ups to one of our own, Herbert Memela, for doing the best that he can to curb the spread of COVID-19 and provide aid to where it's needed the most. We are very proud of you. Keep it up. And when we come back from the break, we look at aid of a different sort as we change the brakes. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Insofar as it makes it impossible for candidates to stand for political office without being members of political parties, the Electoral Act is unconstitutional.
With this judgment, I believe that we have put as South Africans on an equal footing.
What was started in 1994, there were pieces that were missing, and we believe that today some of those pieces have been put together.
Political parties must actually recognize this as a way of freeing themselves because some of them got captured in the process.
What this means is that Parliament will have to find a mechanism to facilitate the participation by individual candidates in national and provincial elections.
As a Commission, we stand ready to work with Parliament Ibizo lami ngingithuthukile uNromzodwa wakwaKabini. Uthuthukile obelethwa nguSuhla, uSuhla ubelethwa uSombere, uSombere ubelethwa nguNgabe, uNgabe abelethwe ngumluku.
Welcome back. You are still watching Stories Untold. The matriarchs of society have once again proven that no challenge is too great to overcome. We now head over to Mpumalanga to meet Mpumalanga Thuthukile Nkabinde, who is making fashionable, stylish masks to hand over to the members of her community for absolutely free. We now find out why she is doing such great work. Let's head over there.
The lockdown is in level 4, and to some it may mean that we still have a long way to go, but for us it led us to cross path with Mam Thuthukile Nkabinde, whose passion is to serve her community, and that goes beyond her experience as a seamstress.
Sithome nakuthoma into le ye corona ngoba nginguma kahle kahle obereka ngabantwana we-project yegadunga sigada ngesivusisimilo uma ufundisa abantwana ukuthi baphume endakamizweni bangathandani basesebancane abantwana babendazana bahlala ekhaya balali ababelethi kunjenge nabantwana bangu-900.
Today, Mam Thuthukile woke up early to hand out free masks after the level 4 announcement was made that everyone should have their own mask. To make sure her community of Thembalethu and other surrounding areas comply, she made as many masks as possible.
Ngithome ukwenza ama-mask emva kokubana ngibone ukuthi abantu abaningi bawadinga ama-mask nasi coronavirus ifikile and ongangombuso uyahelebha uyanikela mara awufinyeleli kikho konke manje ngathi njengathi sihlala lapha emakhaya ngoba asinawo ama-mask asazi mthe sizivale ngani ngabona ukuthi kulungile and kurehe begodu ukuthi sithathe amachila la senze ama-mask sikhona ukuzivalela ngawe abantu bavale bangakhona ukuthola ubulwele bengogwana.
Mam Thuthukile and her female-powered team can barely afford to buy fabric, but all they want to do is just make a difference.
Ngathoma ukwenza ama-mask la ngokuchisakala nokubona ukuthi abantu sibabantu asilingani asizwe inthoro zomlilo. Kunabadobha phasi kunabakhonako kunezokufinyelela kibo kunezingazokufinyelela kibo ngachisakala ukuthi ngibona abogogo abanengi abanalitho abanama-mask mara ngingenzani ukuthi ugogo lwa ngimhelebhe ukuthi abe ne-mask ngingenzani ukubona umuntu omtshalo ukuthi ngimhelebhe abe ne-mask ngachisakala lapho ngezwa ubuhlungu ukuthi kuze ngivikeleke nami ngikosta ukuthi ngizame ngibe nohelebha ngihelebhe uhulumende ngoba ngimzwile ubaba uSiril Ramaphosa umongameli asithi abana donation bangadonate ngendlela abangadonate ngayo ngabona ukuthi mina anginalitho ngimuntu nje mara ngezandla zami namachila ngingathatha ngidonate ngivalele ubulelo ukuthi bungeze bakhona ukubamba omunye nomunye umuntu ukuvikela kwami loya omunye loya kufana nonyana ngizivikele mina ngombanyana nangingazivikela mina ngingamvikeli usengangithelela ngengogwana so ngachisakala ngathi mani ukuthi umuntu wonke thatha imali mhlambe khamba ukuthenge imask khamba thatha imali mhlambe wenzeni kuzoba kude ngoba abantu asinayo imali into engekho emntwini lwesihlokako angithathe intokana zamachilezi nogogo weThembalethu sithunga ama-mask sinikele ebantwini abasibaphe isihle simahla zabe ngokwenza njalo sihelebha uhulumende.
She also mobilized unemployed volunteers to help her and tried to distribute to everyone.
Nginikela ngama-mask la kunendawo ezikude ngikhuluma nawe nje kunomntwana ongithwenyako oseMetlibheke ofuna ama-mask la uze wabawa ukuthi angiwathathe ngiwafake ngeposweni ayowathatha ngeposo akukhonakala ngikhona ukuchida la ngikhona ngiyokujama umjeje into kanje leposini ngiyokuposa and then ke ngihlezi la ngithe kuye ngim-advise ngathi nakunomuntu ohlala ngapha okhona osekwaha ukuphi oberegela eMetlibheke abambawe ezekithi awathathe abakude nathi abathumele ngamunye umuntu bangezi bonke isifofo ngoba kune social distance siyayifuna nathi la siberegela khona sifuna abantu abaningi nabathumela umuntu oyedwa sibabale ukuthi bangaka abadinga ngale sibapakele sibathumelele endaweni leyo bakhona ukusizakala nabo.
The elderly being her priority, either by not knowing how to wear them or not having any, her first batch went to the pensioners.
Mara ngijabule khulu ngomama endronini nazosipha ama-mask sikhona ukuvikeleka njengoba basitelile bathi sivikeleke nje selazosipha ama-mask sihlezi nje sithokoza khulu ngomama endronini wathoma nabantu bethu umama endronini umama Nkabini nanje usasinakelela baba Kenge ngizazi bona ngiyikere kuphi. Ngiyandana into enje khena yibona kafe batha wathi na kenge sibone. Ngikho asangibosha ngedijini.
Not only does she give them out, she also educates people about how important it is to keep it clean. She also encourages others to give and help out from where they are.
Kunabantu abaningi bendawo ezikude abalilako abathi mamkabini manje thina ama-mask siwathola njani njengoba nasila. Ngibawile ngisabawa ngiyabawa amaSouth Africa amahle. Ngisabawa indawo ngendawo lapha nikhona ophethe umtchini abathungako njengaboma abathunga imfoskoti. Siyanirabhela siyazi ukuthi silambile sonke sifuna ukudla mara kwanje asilweni nengokwana le kuzokwazi ukuphola. Yenithunge nikhona ukubanikela nibapheni ngapho ninikele simahla ngapho la nihlala ngakhona indawo ngendawo uzimu uzonibusisa njenganakhe ngachaza kumabona kude ukuthi yenzani njalo uthungani abaningi ngiyabona abasikimile indawo eziningi ziyahelebheka bayathunga bayabanikela namkhana noma abanye bayathengisa asali ukuthi ningazithengisi ngoba mhlamba abanye bafuna imali ngitsho inhliziyo zabantu angeze zafana ngaphakathi but ke yenizivikele ningazibambi nizilengalengise uthole imask ilenga itanta yenza nje isendleleni batsho iyathengiswa iye ivale uyisanitize uyiayine ivaleleke ngeplastikini ibe into erehe enempilo kungabi ngithi godu esiyokuthatha ubulwelo obungama mask la siwafake kithi asihlwengiseni zize impilo ihlwengile.
It takes a village to raise a child. Likewise, it takes a village to fight a thief. Mam Thuthukile is one of many that we will continue to salute for her effort of being one of our fighters in curbing this untimely virus.
We hope that today's episode of Stories Untold has awakened Ubuntu within each and every one of you. Do reach out to us. Let us know what you have been doing in your community. We are Stories Untold SABC. Don't forget the hashtag. Also, you can find us on YouTube. You can search for Stories Untold SABC. From myself, Thembalethu, as well as the rest of the team, it's a goodbye from us.
The National Union of Mine Workers has called for